Hello to all the wonderful humans on the internet. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well and welcome to day 2 of my Navratri series. And today's topic was suggested by one of us. It was suggested by Siley, one of the subscribers, and she suggested to do like a whole video on salicylic acid. So I thought it is a great idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a series. I'm going to pick one active ingredient. So today's active ingredient is salicylic acid. I'm going to tell you what it is, how to use, which skin types can use it, when to use, everything, and product recommendations which are available in India. And I'm going to do that with each and every active like niacinamide, retinol, etc, etc. And the whole idea behind this is that once you watch this video, you shouldn't have any more doubts about salicylic acid or any other actives that I'm talking about, and you should know exactly how, when to use it and what products you find in India that you can use if you want to buy anything related to the particular active that I'm talking about, right? So let's start with salicylic acid. So as we guys know that salicylic acid is an acid, it is an exfoliating acid, but it is a oil soluble or fat soluble exfoliating acid. Now that is really good because our skin is made up of lipids, which means fats. So if something is fat soluble, it can get through those lipid layers nicely, quickly and dissolve it, meaning exfoliating it, and can go deeper into your skin, which AHAs cannot do. And our sebum, the oil that we see on our face, is also fatty. So salicylic acid works great to cut through all of that to get into deeper layers of skin, exfoliating the under layers of skin too. Now let's see the science behind how salicylic acid actually works. Now we know our skin cells are binded like this, and between each cell there is glue-like material, right? It is called as intercellular cement. Salicylic acid dissolves the glue that is there in between, unlike physical exfoliators, which releases the cells, and this can cause increased penetration to the lower levels of your skin because it keeps releasing at every level, and this is how salicylic acid can go deeper into your skin. Now the good thing about this is that the other products that you would apply with salicylic acid or after salicylic acid will go deeper into your skin, giving you better results. The bad thing about this is that it can cause a lot of irritation because it is a unnatural process of releasing the cells that were meant to be together. Can cause a little bit of irritation, but we'll come to that. We'll see how you can reduce the irritation caused by salicylic acid. Cool. Salicylic acid is also a keratolytic agent, meaning that it loosens and softens cornified epithelium. Now cornified means really tough and insoluble group of cells in the epithelium that are just bind together and they don't move. Now this can be scars, this can be just a clump of cells, can be anything. Now salicylic acid helps to loosen the bind, helps to exfoliate the skin. So it is a great acid if you want to start exfoliation, but in lower concentrations. Now let's talk about which skin type can use salicylic acid, and according to research, all skin types can use salicylic acid. Even dry skin types can use this. You just have to be careful because salicylic acid, like other actives, can cause a little bit of dryness. So you need to be careful. You need to compensate that with a good moisturizer. But you, as dry skin people, can also use salicylic acid. And for oily skin, it's like it's made for oily skin types. So oily combination skin types definitely include salicylic acid in your skincare routine. Also, all ages can use salicylic acid. I was prescribed salicylic acid by my derm when I was in my early 20s. So I would suggest start salicylic acid after you come into your 20s in low concentrations always. And I will give you product recommendations to help you to, start using this in your skincare routine. Now let's see on what skin related issues does salicylic acid work on. The first and the most important thing is acne. According to research, salicylic acid works on both inflammatory and non-inflammatory acne, which is absolutely great. As we have discussed before, can go deep inside your skin. It actually goes deep inside your pores and it releases all the cells that are bind together, all the cornified cells. It releases it, and that is how it cleans your pore out. Now what happens in your pores is that when there's dirt and oxidized sebum, it all kind of clumps together and sits in your pore. When that gets infected, you get pimples. So salicylic acid works great to clean out your pores, preventing the formation of pimples in the first place. And there are also research studies that suggest that salicylic acid works great on inflammation. Even after the formation of pimples start, you can use salicylic acid to clean out your pores so that those plugs are not formed at all, and to also reduce inflammation. I just realized that today's color is orange, but all you can see is green. So just saying, today's color is orange, guys. Like the whole sari is orange, but when you record only in this part, it's very prominently green, but today's color is orange. Let's discuss about how much time you need for salicylic acid to show your results. Like anything in this whole wide world, good things come when you wait, when you show patience. Same is with skincare. Salicylic acid needs at least 6 weeks to show you good results. Now, 6 weeks of consistent use, and by consistent I don't mean every single day. You need to temper your skin, meaning you need to start slow, you need to start low, you need to increase the amount and increase the frequency slowly, but you don't have to stop it completely. If you start using it, put it in a regime so that you can, very intelligently include more concentration and frequency in your skincare routine without irritating your skin, and then you will get great results with salicylic acid. Also, if you are liking what you're seeing, then please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It will mean a lot to get your support. Now let's come to the ingredients that you can mix salicylic acid with. Salicylic acid works great with hyaluronic acid because salicylic acid can be a little drying, and humectants and moisturizers work great with it. Salicylic acid is great with niacinamide too. You don't have to necessarily use it in the same skincare routine. Like you can use one in the morning and one at night, and it would give you amazing results. But be a bit careful if you have dry or normal skin types, because this can dry out your skin. So always give it nice hydration by using humectants and nice occlusive moisturizers. Okay, you can also use AHAs and BHAs together. There's so many products out there that you can use with these two together, works great. Now let's come to the actives that you shouldn't use salicylic acid with, and first is retinol. You cannot use retinol and AHAs and BHAs together. If it is formulated in a serum or in a cream, then you can use it together because obviously they have gone through a series of tests. But if they are in two different serums, please don't make this mistake. It will seriously damage and irritate your skin, okay? Also, do not use benzyl peroxide and salicylic acid together. That is a disaster waiting to happen. Benzoyl peroxide is used in many acne treatments because it kills the bacteria. Now that is important because salicylic acid, as we have discussed before, does not kill the bacteria. It releases the clump of cells so that it can be cleaned out easily, and it exfoliates the skin, but it does not kill the bacteria, which benzoyl peroxide does. But you cannot use them in the same skincare routine. Now let's discuss about when to use it, as in the time of day. And while I was researching, I came across this article where the conclusion of the article was that salicylic acid has UV absorbance as one of its properties. Now this is quite interesting because it is an exfoliating acid, and when we think of exfoliating acids, we think that it is going to make our skin more sensitive to UV rays. But salicylic acid can actually absorb UV rays, which means that it is going to protect your skin from sun's rays. which means that you can use salicylic acid in the morning, and with exfoliation it will also protect your skin. In a study that I read, they used glycolic acid and salicylic acid, and they were testing for sun sensitivity, and the result was that the skin did get sensitive with glycolic acid. However, there was no sensitivity seen in the people that they use salicylic acid on. So salicylic acid is one product that you can use in the morning too, and will actually help you if you use it in the morning. But always use your sunscreen. Never skip your sunscreen. Before I go to product recommendation, I would like to say this, is that right now in India there is like this overdrive of putting actives in your skincare routine, and that can be really harmful if you don't keep a check on overuse. Similarly, salicylic acid can also be overused, and in my research I found out that skin irritation and dryness are two very common side effects that can be caused by salicylic acid. So be very careful as to the concentration that you're using. Also, the studies that I saw these side effects in were usually of medical grade, like they were using 30% of salicylic acid in as chemical peels. So obviously that is way more than 2% that we can get over the counter in India. But still, you need to be careful. Assess your skin every time you include a new active, only one active at one time, to see how your skin is reacting to it, and always give more hydration and more moisturization, especially when you're using actives that can cause dryness. Also, I've seen in a lot of reviews that purging is a common side effect of salicylic acid. However, I did not find any research studies related to it. According to me, because I have acne prone skin and I get worried if I see pimples, for my skincare routine, I don't believe in purging. Let's be honest here. But I'm not saying that purging does not exist. Obviously it does exist. But for acne prone skin, I don't want to take any risk. I don't want to wait for 2 months and then realize that, okay, maybe this was not purging. Oh my god, I'm just irritating my skin. So if a product does not work for my skin, I repurpose it as a body product. If you start using salicylic acid and if you see that it is not working for you, you have an option here of not using the product, or to wait and see if it is purging, because there is a fine line between purging and irritation, and because we are not professional here, it is at our discretion, and that scares me because if I get like a flare up of acne, it takes me months to cure that, to heal the dark spots that are left, to heal the scars that are left. So if something does not work for me, I just stop using it. If you want to follow that philosophy, you can. If you think that it's just purging, after the purging ends you will get better results, go for it. Cool. Now let's go to the product recommendations that are easily available in India. Let's start with the products. First product is a face wash. It is from Cipla. It is SASLIC DS. It was prescribed to me by my derm. It has 2% salicylic acid, but it is really drying, so I wouldn't recommend this for dry skin. Oily skin, combination skin can use it. Next is the oil-free NEUTROGENA face wash. It also has 2% salicylic acid, but it is not as drying as the. Let's move on to treatments. Now this is the PAULA'S Choice 2% BHA liquid, one of the best BHA products available in India. It is water-based, so it will not penetrate deep into the layers of your skin, which will reduce irritation. So if you want to begin with introducing salicylic acid, this is a great product to do that. Now let's move on to treatment. This is SEBOGEL. It has 2% salicylic acid and nicotinamide. Nicotinamide has anti-inflammatory properties, which is great, and salicylic acid we know works on inflammatory and non-inflammatory acne, and you can use it as spot treatment too. Currently my favorite is the Suganda 2% BHA, and I use it for blackheads and whiteheads. And how I use it is that I just take a little bit, like one drop, and I just apply it on my nose and under my lower lip, because that's where I get whiteheads, and I just do it once, maybe twice in a week. If you consistently use this, even once in a week, just 2%, because 2% is the highest concentration that you can get over the counter in India, you will definitely see results in reduction of blackheads and whiteheads. Also make sure that you have to use just one out of all of these products. You don't have to use the face wash, the toner and the spot gel in one routine. Pick one product, buy it and start using it. If you like the video, then please don't forget to click the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also 7 more videos to come in the next days. Enjoy!